Number 1. This 1966 Chrysler Newport two-door hardtop, offered at $19,350 and located in Mustang, Oklahoma, is presented as an exceptionally well-preserved and highly original full-size Mopar that stands out for its documented history, careful ownership, and remarkable condition. Sold directly by the owner and not a dealer, the car retains an impressive 104,000 miles and remains numbers matching with its original 383 cubic inch V8 engine paired to a TorqueFlite 727 automatic transmission. The seller notes that the first few photos were taken in a detailer's shop, with the hood not fully closed, but emphasizes that the vehicle has no accident history, no rust, and retains all of its original sheet metal. The paint is largely factory-applied acrylic, with only a small touch-up performed in the 1970s, reinforcing the car's survivor status rather than presenting it as a restored example. With a clean VIN, honest presentation, and a long paper trail, this Newport is positioned as a rare opportunity to own an unmolested 1960s Chrysler that has avoided the common pitfalls of corrosion, neglect, or excessive modification. Mechanically, the Newport remains very close to how it left the factory, with only a few tasteful and reversible updates made for drivability and appearance. The original 383 V8 with a two-barrel carburetor runs smooth and strong, starts easily, and shows no smoke, while power is sent through the original automatic transmission to an 8 3/4-inch rear axle with a 2.76:1 ratio. The car features power steering and power drum brakes, maintaining its original driving character while still being comfortable and manageable on modern roads. The exhaust system has been upgraded to a dual setup with a crossover pipe and Flowmaster mufflers, giving the car a pleasing but not overpowering sound. The only notable modifications are the installation of 17-inch wheels and tires, a new exhaust, and a mild 1.5 to 2-inch suspension drop, all of which enhance stance and road manners without compromising the car's originality or integrity. The body and exterior condition are particularly noteworthy, especially for a vehicle of this size and era. The original paint remains on the car, with expected gravel road rock chips on the lower body panels that speak to its real-world use rather than neglect. When new, the undercarriage was treated with Z-barred undercoating, which has preserved it in outstanding condition and resulted in absolutely zero rust. All original sheet metal is described as extremely straight, and the chrome and trim are reported to be excellent to mint throughout, a significant highlight given the cost and difficulty of restoring or replacing these components. The car retains factory-tinted glass, including the original windshield, along with functional hood-mounted turn signal indicators and rear-wheel skirts that complete its classic Chrysler profile. These details collectively reinforce the impression of a carefully preserved, honest survivor rather than a car that has been cosmetically refreshed to hide issues. Inside, the Newport is described as truly mint, with an interior that reflects exceptional care over decades of ownership. The dashboard is free of cracks. All interior lights function properly, including the map and glove box lights, and the AM radio with front and rear speakers remains fully operational. The speedometer and odometer work correctly, and the car retains desirable factory features such as a tilt-in telescopic steering wheel. Of particular significance, the car still includes its original Protect-O plate and CertiCard card stored in the leather engine bay holder, along with the original owner's manual and original key, underscoring its well-documented provenance. Extensive servicing has been performed over the last several thousand miles, including a full revival after long-term dry storage, recent brake system rebuilding, ignition service, and routine maintenance. With its rare combination of originality, rust-free structure, strong mechanical condition, and documented ownership history, this 1966 Chrysler Newport represents a compelling and increasingly hard-to-find example of a preserved American full-size hardtop from the mid-1960s. Number 2, this 1979 Chevrolet Malibu, offered at $20,000 and located in Tulsa, Oklahoma, is presented as a purpose-built street and strip machine that blends aggressive performance hardware with a clean, well-finished appearance. The seller notes a clean and clear title in hand and describes the car as a true street/strip setup rather than a mild cruiser, with an impressively low reported weight of approximately 2,913 pounds. Positioned as an open negotiation sale with offers welcomed, the Malibu is framed as a serious performance car that is still driven and enjoyed regularly. Its overall presentation suggests a car that has been thoughtfully assembled with speed and durability in mind, while still retaining enough street manners to be cruised and enjoyed outside of a race environment. At the heart of this Malibu is a formidable 418 cubic inch LS3-based engine combination built with high-quality internal components designed to handle hard use. The rotating assembly features Wisco forged pistons paired with Eagle H-beam rods and crankshaft, while airflow and valve train duties are handled by a Texas Speed camshaft and lifters, Brian Tooley racing rockers, and comp pushrods. Fuel delivery is supported by an Aeromotive E1000 fuel pump and regulator, ensuring consistent supply under demanding conditions, and the engine is controlled by a Daytona timing system. Power is routed through a 2-speed Power Glide transmission equipped with a trans brake, line lock, and an ACC 500 revolutions per minute converter, making this setup well suited for both drag strip launches and aggressive street performance. The drivetrain and chassis configuration further emphasize the car's competition-focused nature. Out back, the Malibu features a narrowed 9-inch rear end fitted with 4.30 gears, a spool, and strange axles, providing strength and reliability for high-horsepower launches. The rear of the car has been fully back-halved and tubbed, allowing for a proper tire setup and improved traction. Suspension components include competition engineering shocks and springs with Lakewood 9010 front shocks to aid weight transfer. Stopping power is addressed with Willwood disc brakes on all 4 corners, a significant upgrade that complements the car's speed potential and contributes to safer operation both on the street and at the track. Visually, the Malibu is described as exceptionally clean, wearing newer paint with no dings or dents, reinforcing that this is not a rough race car, but a well-kept performance build. Despite its aggressive mechanical setup, the seller notes that the car runs and drives very well and has been cruised frequently over the past month, emphasizing its usability as a fun street car. Comfort features are minimal, as the car does not have heat or air conditioning, underscoring its performance-first intent. But this trade-off aligns with its lightweight, stripped-down philosophy. Offered for sale or trade, with the possibility of adding cash for the right deal, this 1979 Chevrolet Malibu stands as a serious, well-built street and strip car that delivers raw performance, clean looks, and proven enjoyment behind the wheel. Number 3. This 1962 Pontiac Grand Prix, offered at $10,500 and located in Hermiston, Oregon, is presented as a solid and largely restored full-size personal luxury coupe that provides a strong foundation for completion or further refinement. Described as approximately 65% restored, the car is positioned as a straightforward project with its major structural and mechanical elements already addressed. The body is reported to be solid and straight, with all glass in good condition and all bumpers and exterior chrome remaining in good shape, preserving much of the original visual character that defines the early Grand Prix design. Its honest presentation highlights what has been completed while clearly noting the remaining cosmetic needs, making it easy for a buyer to understand where the car stands in the restoration process. Mechanically, the car is equipped with a powerful 455 cubic inch Pontiac V8 topped with a 4-barrel carburetor, offering a substantial upgrade in performance and torque over its original drivetrain. The engine has just been rebuilt, which represents one of the most significant and costly aspects of any classic car restoration already being handled. This fresh power plant provides a strong incentive for buyers seeking a drivable project with muscle-air performance potential. New classic-style tires have been installed, helping to complete the rolling chassis and allowing the car to sit properly while reinforcing its period-correct appearance. With a rebuilt engine already in place, the focus for the next owner can shift toward finishing and personalizing the car rather than addressing major mechanical unknowns. From a body and exterior standpoint, the Grand Prix is described as structurally sound with straight panels and intact glass throughout, a critical factor for a 1962 full-size Pontiac. The bumpers and chrome trim are said to be in good condition, which is especially valuable given the cost and difficulty of reconditioning or replacing these large model-specific pieces. While the car is solid, it is clearly stated that the paint will need to be redone, positioning the project as an opportunity for the next owner to choose the color and finish that best suits their vision. Addressing the paint will significantly elevate the overall presentation and bring the exterior in line with the quality of the car's underlying structure. Inside, the car is noted as needing seat upholstery, indicating that interior completion remains part of the remaining restoration work. This leaves room for customization, whether the goal is a factory-correct interior or a more personalized approach. With major hard-to-find components such as glass, chrome, and body panels already in good condition, the remaining tasks are largely cosmetic and finishing-oriented. Taken as a whole, this 1962 Pontiac Grand Prix represents a solid, partially restored classic with a fresh 455 V8, good structural integrity, and clear next steps, making it an appealing option for someone looking to finish a substantial early 1960s Pontiac without starting from scratch. Number 4, this 1967 Ford Thunderbird, offered at $10,500 and located in Las Vegas, Nevada, is presented as a rare and nearly fully restored example of Ford's iconic personal luxury coupe from the late 1960s. Showing less than 69,000 original miles, the car is described as being in great mechanical condition and retains its original character, while benefiting from extensive restoration work performed over the past several years. The seller is the fourth owner and has been actively restoring the car since 2022, continuing a preservation effort that began after the second owner stored the vehicle for nearly 30 years. That long-term storage is framed not as neglect, but as the reason many age-related issues were later addressed methodically, resulting in a Thunderbird that now runs properly and presents as a strong, honest classic nearing completion. Under the hood, the Thunderbird is powered by its original 390 cubic inch V8 engine, which has recently benefited from significant mechanical attention to ensure reliability and smooth operation. The process of reviving the drivetrain included addressing dried-out components common to long-stored vehicles, with a head gasket repair completed recently to further solidify the engine's condition. Numerous supporting systems have been refreshed, including the installation of a new fuel tank, new carburetor, and new radiator, along with additional updates completed as needed to return the car to dependable running form. These improvements collectively reflect a focus on drivability and longevity rather than cosmetic shortcuts, positioning the car as a mechanically sorted example rather than a surface-level restoration. The body and exterior are described as being one paint job away from near perfection, indicating that the car is already largely complete and straight, with cosmetic refinement being the final major step. The seller notes that the vehicle includes the original decals intended for the sides of the car, allowing a future repaint to be finished accurately and period correct if desired. This Thunderbird retains its original 1967 air conditioning unit, a desirable factory feature, though it is currently not operational and would require attention to return it to working condition. The inclusion of original diagrams and repair manuals further adds to the car's appeal, especially for an owner who values documentation and authenticity during final detailing or continued maintenance. Inside, the interior has already received meaningful restoration work, with repairs completed to the front seats, door panels, and headliner, resulting in a cabin that reflects both comfort and originality. These updates remove one of the most time-consuming aspects of classic car restoration from the to-do list, allowing the next owner to focus primarily on exterior paint and minor finishing touches. With its low original mileage, strong mechanical condition, refreshed interior, and extensive parts and documentation included, this 1967 Ford Thunderbird represents a rare opportunity to acquire a nearly finished classic that combines luxury, V8 performance, and distinctive late 1960s styling at an accessible entry point. Number 5. This 1954 Chevrolet Bel Air, offered at $25,000 and located in Bakersfield, California, is presented as a radically upgraded classic that blends iconic 1950s styling with modern high-horsepower performance. Built as a serious restomod rather than a simple cosmetic custom, this Bel Air has been transformed into a twin-turbo street machine designed to be both visually striking and mechanically aggressive. The seller emphasizes that everything on the car is new and assembled using high-performance components, positioning it as a fully sorted build rather than an ongoing project. With its unmistakable early Chevrolet body lines and crowd-drawing presence, this Bel Air is described as a car that consistently attracts attention wherever it goes. Powering the car is a modern LS-based 6.0-liter V8 fitted with a twin-turbocharger setup, delivering impressive dyno-proven performance. The engine is managed by a Terminator X tuning system and features two selectable tunes, one producing approximately 600 horsepower and a more aggressive setting pushing output to around 800 horsepower. This flexibility allows the car to be driven comfortably on the street or turned up for maximum performance when desired. The seller notes that the car runs perfectly and stays exceptionally cool, an important detail for a forced induction build of this caliber, reinforcing that the performance is not just theoretical, but usable and reliable. The drivetrain and chassis have been upgraded to handle the substantial power output. A built-for L80 automatic transmission with a trans brake delivers strength and consistency, making the car capable of both hard launches and relaxed cruising. Power is sent to a built 10-bolt rear and designed to withstand aggressive driving. Stopping power is handled by Willwood brakes, ensuring confident control to match the car's acceleration potential. Rolling stock consists of Boyd Coddington wheels wrapped in new tires, completing the car's muscular stance and reinforcing its high-end custom presentation while maintaining road-ready functionality. Inside, the Bel Air features a custom interior complemented by a sound system, blending comfort and modern amenities with the car's vintage character. While the exterior paint is honestly rated as approximately a 5 or 6 out of 10, the seller notes that the car still looks good and presents well, leaving room for future cosmetic improvement if desired. Importantly, the paint condition does not detract from the overall impact of the build, which is described as equally capable of relaxed cruising or aggressive asphalt tearing performance. Offered at $25,000 or best offer, this twin-turbo 1954 Chevrolet Bel Air represents a bold, high-powered classic that delivers extreme performance, strong visual appeal, and turnkey enjoyment in one distinctive package. Number 6. This 1966 Ford Mustang, offered at $29,999 and located in Ovalo, Texas, is presented as a largely original A-code example that retains the classic character and desirable factory specifications that have long made mid-1960s Mustangs so collectible. Powered by the higher performance A-code 289 cubic inch V8 with a 4-barrel carburetor, the car represents a step above the more common 2-barrel variants, offering improved performance while maintaining original drivability. The odometer is reported to show approximately 30,000 miles, which, combined with its mostly original condition, suggests a car that has been preserved rather than heavily modified. As a complete and running example, it is positioned as a strong candidate for continued enjoyment, light restoration, or careful preservation. Mechanically, the Mustang is equipped with an automatic transmission and benefits from several practical updates that enhance reliability without detracting from originality. Factory front disc brakes are in place, a highly desirable safety feature that improves stopping performance compared to earlier drum-only setups. The car also features a new gas tank and a new radiator, addressing two common age-related concerns and helping ensure dependable operation. Good tires are already fitted, allowing the car to be driven immediately without the need for initial sorting and reinforcing its status as a usable classic rather than a dormant project. The interior is described as a good pony interior, one of the most recognizable and sought-after options available on 1966 Mustangs. This interior package adds upgraded seat upholstery, door panels, and trim details that elevate the cabin's appearance and period-correct appeal. Retaining this interior configuration contributes significantly to the car's overall desirability and authenticity, particularly for buyers seeking a Mustang that reflects its original factory presentation rather than a modernized reinterpretation. The presence of a clean and complete interior further supports the impression of a well-kept vehicle that has avoided extensive disassembly or neglect. Taken as a whole, this 1966 Mustang A-Code offers a compelling balance of originality, performance, and usability. With its 4-barrel 289 V8 automatic transmission, factory front disc brakes, and largely original condition, it represents a classic that can be enjoyed immediately while still offering long-term collector appeal. Located in Ovalo, Texas, and priced just under the $30,000 mark, this Mustang stands as an attractive option for enthusiasts seeking an honest, mostly original mid-1960s pony car with desirable factory features already in place. Number 7. This 1967 Chevrolet Impala convertible, offered at $22,500 and located in Fairfax, Virginia, is presented as an all-original big-body Chevrolet with highly desirable factory specifications and strong restoration potential. Finished with a power-operated black convertible top over a red interior, this Impala represents a classic late 1960s open-air cruiser with authentic presentation and solid fundamentals. The seller emphasizes its originality, including matching number status, positioning the car as an honest example rather than a heavily altered build. As it sits, the car is described as an excellent candidate to finish, offering the next owner a clear path to completion without needing to undo incorrect modifications or questionable past work. Under the hood, the Impala is powered by its original 396 cubic inch big block V8 rated at 325 horsepower, delivering the torque and presence expected from a full-size Chevrolet of this era. The engine is paired with a turbo 400 automatic transmission and backed by a 12-bolt positive-traction rear end, a highly regarded drivetrain combination that offers both strength and smooth drivability. New dual exhaust has been installed along with headers, enhancing both performance and sound while maintaining a period-correct muscle-era character. This mechanical configuration makes the car well-suited for relaxed cruising or confident highway driving once fully sorted. The chassis and feature set further add to the Impala's appeal. Power windows are included along with a tilt steering wheel fitted with a red rally-style wheel that complements the interior color scheme. The car currently rides on new 17-inch aluminum Rally Sport wheels with flat center caps, providing a tasteful blend of classic appearance and modern stance. Front disc brakes are included but not yet installed, giving the next owner the opportunity to complete a worthwhile safety upgrade already accounted for in parts. Factory air conditioning is present and intact, though it will require charging to return it to operation. Inside, the Impala features a red bench seat interior that maintains its original layout and character, enhanced by the installation of new carpet. The combination of original interior configuration, matching numbers drivetrain, and factory power options makes this convertible particularly attractive to enthusiasts who value authenticity. With its solid mechanical foundation, desirable big block power, and included upgrade components, this 1967 Chevrolet Impala convertible stands as a strong finishing project with significant upside for anyone looking to complete a classic full-size Chevrolet the right way. Number 8. This 1963 Ford Galaxy 500, offered at $12,500 and located in Valley Mills, Texas, is presented as a solid and largely original full-size Ford that retains its authentic character after spending more than 2 decades in long-term indoor storage. The listing is posted on behalf of the seller's father, and the car is described as an honest survivor rather than a restored or modified example. After sitting in a building for over 20 years, the car has been cleaned up and carefully brought back to running and driving condition, positioning it as a usable classic that still reflects its original construction and period-correct appearance. Its straightforward presentation highlights a vehicle that has been preserved rather than altered, making it appealing to enthusiasts who value originality. Under the hood, The Galaxy is powered by its 352 cubic inch V8 engine, which is reported to run well and deliver smooth, reliable performance. The seller notes that the car drives down the road as it should, suggesting that the major mechanical systems are functioning properly following its return to service. While not positioned as a fully restored vehicle, the fact that it runs and drives after extended storage indicates a solid mechanical foundation. This makes the car suitable for casual driving, local cruising, and continued mechanical sorting at a relaxed pace, rather than requiring an immediate ground-up overhaul. The body and structure are described as solid, an especially important attribute for a full-size early 1960s Ford that has spent much of its life off the road. Long-term indoor storage has likely contributed to its preserved condition, allowing the car to avoid many of the corrosion and deterioration issues common to vehicles of this era. As an original example, it provides a strong base for either light refurbishment or continued preservation, depending on the next owner's goals. Its classic Galaxy lines, combined with its honest condition, give it the kind of presence that resonates well at local cruise-ins and car shows. Overall, this 1963 Ford Galaxy 500 is positioned as an ideal hobbyist car for someone who enjoys tinkering, maintaining, and gradually improving a classic while still being able to drive and enjoy it. With its original feel, solid structure, and functioning drivetrain, it offers an approachable entry into early 1960s American full-size cars. Located in Valley Mills, Texas, and priced at $12,500, this Galaxy represents a straightforward, usable classic with plenty of character and room for personal involvement. Number 9. This 1955 Plymouth Belvedere V8 Fireflight, offered at $9,000 and located in Westminster, Maryland, is presented as an honest mid-1950s Mopar project with desirable V8 power and strong restoration potential. The seller is clear about the terms of sale, noting no trades, no lowball offers, and a cash-only transaction, and presents the car straightforwardly as a non-running vehicle that will need to be towed. As a Belvedere Fireflight-equipped model, this Plymouth represents one of the more desirable trim and drivetrain combinations of its era, offering classic 1950s styling paired with factory V8 performance. Its candid description sets realistic expectations and makes it easy for a buyer to understand exactly what stage the car is at. Mechanically, the car is currently not running, though it does have a new battery installed and is reported to crank sluggishly, which the seller suggests may be influenced by cold conditions. The engine does not currently turn over, indicating that further diagnostic work will be required before it can be brought back to life. The car retains its original 6-volt positive ground electrical system, an important detail for authenticity-minded restorers, and a new voltage regulator is included with the sale to support future troubleshooting and repair. These details position the Belvedere as a true project rather than a quick driver, but one that still retains its correct vintage configuration. The seller notes that some mechanical issues have already been addressed, including repairs to transmission and exhaust leaks, suggesting that work has been done incrementally rather than the car being completely untouched. Additionally, the front suspension will require attention, as the kingpins and bushings need to be replaced. However, the necessary parts are already on hand and will be included with the car. This adds tangible value for the next owner, reducing parts hunting time and cost while signaling that the car has not been abandoned without planning for its eventual repair. Overall, this 1955 Plymouth Belvedere V8 Fireflight is best suited for an enthusiast looking for a hands-on restoration or revival project who appreciates mid-century Mopar engineering and styling. With its desirable V8 configuration, included new parts, and clear disclosure of its current non-running condition, it offers a straightforward entry point into a classic 1950s Plymouth. For the right buyer willing to invest time and effort, this Belvedere represents a solid foundation to bring an iconic post-war American car back onto the road. Number 10. This 1963 one-half Ford Falcon Futura, offered at $32,500 and located in Meadows of Dan, Virginia, is presented as a rare and highly desirable early compact performance-oriented Ford that blends understated styling with engaging mechanical specification. As a mid-year 1963 one-half model, this Falcon occupies a unique place in the lineup, bridging the gap between early Falcons and later, more performance-focused variants. The car is equipped with a V8 engine paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, a combination that significantly elevates its appeal compared to more common 6-cylinder automatic Falcons. The overall presentation suggests a car that was restored more than a decade ago, possibly longer, and has since been maintained as a finished classic rather than an unfinished project, making it an attractive option for enthusiasts seeking something distinctive and uncommon. Mechanically, the V8 and 4-speed manual setup gives this Falcon Futura a level of performance and driver involvement that sets it apart from most early 1960s compact cars. While specific engine displacement is not stated, the presence of a factory-style V8 conversion or original V8 configuration paired with a manual gearbox makes this car especially appealing to those who value a more engaging driving experience. The seller notes that the car is a runner and driver, though the odometer and fuel gauge are currently not functioning, indicating that some minor electrical or instrumentation work remains to be addressed. These issues are presented as manageable and do not detract from the overall usability of the car, instead offering the next owner an opportunity to fine-tune and improve an already solid vehicle. The exterior of the Falcon is described as having decent paint and chrome consistent with a restoration that was completed over 10 years ago. Rather than being over-restored or show-focused, the car appears to present as a well-kept driver with respectable cosmetics that still show well at local events, cruises, or casual shows. The chrome trim and bright work remain presentable, preserving the clean, linear styling that defines the Futura model. This level of exterior condition allows the car to be enjoyed as is while still leaving room for future cosmetic refinement if a higher level of presentation is desired. Inside, the interior is reported to be in very good condition, with little to no wear visible on the seats, an important detail that reflects careful use and preservation since its restoration. The cabin retains a tidy, authentic appearance that complements the car's overall character and reinforces its status as a finished classic rather than a work in progress. With its rare V8 4-speed configuration, solid cosmetic condition, and strong interior presentation, this 1963 one-half Ford Falcon Futura stands out as a distinctive and increasingly hard-to-find classic. It offers a compelling blend of early 1960s simplicity, mechanical engagement, and collector appeal for someone looking to own a compact American performance car with genuine personality. Number 11. This 1968 Dodge Dart GT convertible, offered at $7,500 and located in Manheim, Pennsylvania, is presented as a complete and restorable A-body Mopar project with a desirable convertible configuration and clean paperwork. The seller notes a clean title in hand and describes the car honestly as a vehicle that will require general restoration work to return it to dependable road use. As a GT model Dart convertible, it carries added appeal over standard Dart trims, offering classic late 1960s styling in an open-top format that remains increasingly difficult to find at an accessible price point. Its straightforward presentation makes clear that this is not a finished car, but rather a solid starting point for someone looking to revive a genuine vintage Mopar rather than take on a basket case project. Power comes from a 225 cubic inch slant, 6 engine paired with a 904 automatic transmission, a durable and well-known drivetrain combination within Chrysler's lineup. The engine is reported to start and run, though it stalls at idle, indicating that tuning or further mechanical attention will be required before reliable driving can be expected. While not a high-performance setup, the Slant 6 is respected for its longevity and simplicity, making it an appealing option for a budget-conscious restoration or relaxed cruiser build. The fact that the car runs at all provides a useful baseline for diagnosis and repair, allowing the next owner to improve drivability incrementally rather than beginning with a non-operational vehicle. Structurally, the Dart shows some of the typical A-body rust issues associated with cars of this era, and the seller discloses that the rocker panels and quarter panels have already been repaired, though the quality of that work is described as less than ideal. This transparency allows a buyer to evaluate whether to rework those areas for a higher quality restoration or accept them as part of a driver-level build. The power-operated convertible top mechanism does function, which is a significant plus, though the soft top itself will need replacement. Having a working top frame and mechanism can save considerable time and expense during restoration, especially on convertibles where parts and labor costs can escalate quickly. Inside, the interior is described as complete, an important advantage for a project car of this age. Though the seats do have rips and will require upholstery work, this leaves room for either factory-style restoration or custom interior upgrades, depending on the buyer's goals. With its functional drivetrain, working power top, complete interior components, and clear title, this 1968 Dodge Dart GT convertible represents a realistic and approachable restoration candidate. It offers classic Mopar convertible appeal, honest disclosure of its needs, and a solid foundation for an enthusiast willing to invest time and effort into bringing a vintage Dodge back to enjoyable driving condition. Number 12. This 1959 Lincoln Premier, offered at $13,000 and located in Houston, Texas, is presented as a largely original and highly distinctive full-size luxury car from the peak of late 1950s American design. Powered by a massive 7.0-liter V8, this Lincoln represents an era defined by bold styling, advanced engineering, and unmistakable road presence. The seller describes the car as running and driving well, positioning it as a usable classic rather than a dormant project. Finished in its original paint and described as rust-free, the car retains much of its factory character and survivor appeal, making it an increasingly rare find among late 1950s luxury vehicles that have not been heavily modified or restored beyond recognition. Mechanically, the Lincoln is reported to run and drive well, benefiting from a fresh tune-up and a rebuilt carburetor, which helps ensure smoother operation and improved drivability. The large displacement V8 delivers the kind of effortless torque and cruising capability that made Lincoln a leader in the luxury market during this period. Factory air conditioning is still present, a notable and desirable feature for a 1959 model, even if further evaluation or servicing may be required depending on buyer expectations. The seller is upfront about current mechanical needs, noting that the water pump has a leak and the windshield wipers are not functioning at this time, providing clear transparency about what still requires attention before regular driving or longer distance use. From a body and exterior standpoint, the car is described as rust-free and still wearing its original paint, a significant factor for collectors and enthusiasts who value authenticity over cosmetic perfection. While original paint may show its age, it also reinforces the car's originality and allows the next owner to decide whether to preserve its patina or refinish it to a higher cosmetic standard. New tires have been installed, improving safety and road readiness, and all exterior and interior lights are reported to be fully functional. The instrument cluster is also said to be working correctly, an important detail given the complexity and uniqueness of late 1950s Lincoln dashboards. Inside, the interior is described as clean and complete, maintaining the upscale feel expected from a flagship Lincoln of this era. The completeness of the interior reduces the difficulty and expense often associated with sourcing model-specific trim and components. The seller notes that test drives are welcome, though, depending on distance, a trailer may be required due to the known water pump issue. Offered as a cash sale, this 1959 Lincoln Premier stands as a solid, honest classic luxury car with strong originality, major systems functioning, and clearly disclosed needs, making it an appealing candidate for someone seeking a drivable vintage Lincoln with substantial presence and room for further improvement. Number 13. This 1971 Ford LTD two-door hardtop, offered in the $12,500 to $15,000 range and located in Chickasha, Oklahoma, is presented as a solid and distinctive full-size classic that combines traditional early 1970s luxury styling with meaningful mechanical upgrades. Finished with a vinyl roof, the car retains the long, formal lines, and substantial presence that defined Ford's flagship models of the era. Rather than being a neglected cruiser, this LTD is described as a strong-running and well-sorted driver, positioned as an honest example that can be enjoyed immediately. Its two-door hardtop configuration adds additional appeal, as these body styles are far less common than their four-door counterparts and offer a sportier, more desirable profile. Under the hood, the car is powered by a 400 cubic inch Ford big block engine that has been newly rebuilt, giving the next owner confidence in the drivetrain's condition and longevity. The engine is topped with an Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor, improving throttle response and overall performance compared to a factory 2-barrel setup. Exhaust duties are handled by dual MagnaFlow mufflers, giving the car a deeper, more aggressive sound while still remaining appropriate for a full-size cruiser. The seller notes that the car runs, drives, and shifts great and does not hesitate when opened up, suggesting a healthy powertrain that delivers both smooth cruising and strong acceleration when asked. The chassis and driving experience are further enhanced by the fact that the car is described as fully functional and road-ready rather than a project or partially sorted build. In addition to its mechanical strength, the LTD features a custom audio setup with a 10-inch subwoofer mounted in the trunk and a stereo system that has been cleanly integrated, including a flush-mounted installation at the dash. This adds a modern touch to the driving experience while still allowing the car to retain its classic character. The balance between originality and tasteful upgrades makes this LTD suitable for both relaxed cruising and longer drives without feeling dated or unfinished. Inside, the interior is described as very nice overall, reflecting careful ownership and preservation. The primary noted flaws are a crack in the dashboard above the glove box and a missing driver's side mirror control switch, both relatively minor issues that are common for cars of this era and do not detract significantly from overall usability. Externally, there is a small chip in the paint near the driver's side rear bumper, which is disclosed openly and presented as a cosmetic imperfection rather than structural damage. Taken as a whole, this 1971 Ford LTD two-door hardtop offers a strong combination of rebuilt big block power, comfortable interior, upgraded exhaust and audio, and honest condition, making it an appealing classic for someone seeking a distinctive full-size Ford that can be driven and enjoyed right away. Number 14. This 1969 Pontiac GTO convertible, offered at $55,000 and located in Dallas, Texas, is presented as a beautiful numbers-matching example of one of the most iconic muscle cars ever produced. Finished in a highly desirable open-top configuration, with just over 25,000 original miles, this GTO stands out as a remarkably low-mileage survivor that has been carefully preserved rather than heavily altered or over-restored. The seller emphasizes that the car has been professionally maintained and properly stored, reinforcing its status as a premium example rather than a casual driver or partially restored vehicle. As a true 1969 GTO convertible, it represents the peak of the model's styling and performance era, combining aggressive design with luxury and open-air cruising appeal. Power comes from the original numbers-matching 400 cubic inch Pontiac V8 paired with an automatic transmission, a classic drivetrain combination that delivers strong torque, smooth acceleration, and effortless drivability. The car is described as running and driving excellent, indicating that it is mechanically sorted and ready to be enjoyed without the need for immediate servicing or corrective work. This drivetrain configuration offers an ideal balance between muscle car performance and relaxed cruising, especially well suited to a convertible platform. The fact that the engine and major components remain numbers matching significantly enhances the car's collectability and long-term value, particularly for buyers seeking authenticity and originality. From a condition standpoint, the GTO benefits from professional care throughout its life, with attention paid to both mechanical integrity and proper storage. These factors are critical in preserving low-mileage vehicles, helping prevent the deterioration often seen in cars that sit unused or stored improperly. The seller's description suggests a car that has been exercised and maintained correctly rather than simply parked, allowing it to retain excellent road manners and reliability. As a result, this GTO is positioned as a turnkey classic that delivers both show-quality presence and genuine drivability. As a convertible, this 1969 GTO offers an added layer of desirability that elevates it above standard hardtop examples. The open-air driving experience, combined with the unmistakable sound and feel of a Pontiac 400 V8, creates a driving character that defines late 1960s American performance. With its low original mileage, numbers-matching drivetrain, excellent running condition, and careful ownership history, this GTO represents a high-quality example suited for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Offered as a straightforward sale with no interest in trades, it stands as a premium opportunity to acquire a well-preserved and highly authentic Pontiac muscle car from its most celebrated era. Number 15. This 1967 Chevrolet Malibu, offered at $59,999 and located in Plano, Texas, is presented as a meticulously built Chevelle Malibu SS Tribute that blends classic late 1960s muscle car styling with thoroughly modern performance and comfort. Finished in an eye-catching mountain green, the car has been carefully upgraded to deliver contemporary drivability while preserving the timeless exterior and interior appearance that defines the 1967 body style. Rather than being a superficial engine swap, this Malibu reflects a comprehensive, no-expense-spared approach in which every major system was addressed to properly support the increased power and reliability of a modern drivetrain. The result is a car that maintains its vintage presence while offering a driving experience far beyond what was possible when it left the factory. At the core of this build is a professionally executed LS engine swap that has been enhanced with high-quality internal and supporting components. The engine features LS7 lifters, a Pro LS Stage 3 camshaft, and an LS1 intake, creating a strong, responsive power band that delivers modern horsepower and torque with excellent reliability. Fuel management is handled by a Holley system, ensuring precise tuning and consistent performance under all driving conditions. Cooling is addressed with twin electric radiator fans, allowing the car to run efficiently even in hot climates or heavy traffic. Power is routed through an automatic transmission equipped with a 2,800 revolutions per minute stall converter, striking a balance between aggressive acceleration and smooth street manners, making the car equally comfortable on long drives or spirited runs. The chassis and braking systems have been upgraded to match the engine's capabilities, reinforcing that this Malibu was built as a complete package rather than a one-dimensional showpiece. Willwood disc brakes provide confident stopping power, a critical upgrade for a car with this level of performance. The suspension and undercarriage have been fully addressed to handle the engine's output, ensuring stability, control, and durability when the car is driven as intended. These upgrades transform the Malibu into a car that not only looks the part of a classic muscle machine, but also performs with the precision and confidence of a modern performance vehicle. Inside, the car successfully merges vintage aesthetics with modern technology. A Dakota digital dash has been installed, designed with a classic look that complements the original interior style while delivering modern accuracy and functionality. The air conditioning system is described as super cold, significantly improving comfort and usability, especially in warm climates. A modern Bluetooth stereo with a period-correct appearance allows for contemporary audio convenience without disrupting the car's classic interior presentation. Every aspect of the build reflects careful planning and execution, making this 1967 Chevrolet Malibu SS Tribute a standout example of how to modernize a classic Chevelle while preserving its soul, visual authenticity, and long-term drivability. Number 16. This 1959 Dodge Coronet, offered at $45,000 and located in Simi Valley, California, is presented as a garage survivor quality example that blends late 1950s Mopar styling with carefully integrated modern upgrades. With its dramatic fins, wide stance, and unmistakable presence, the 1959 Coronet represents one of Dodge's most visually striking designs, and this example is positioned as a well-preserved and thoughtfully improved classic rather than a neglected relic. The seller emphasizes its survivor quality and garage history, suggesting long-term care and preservation that have allowed the car to retain its character while benefiting from selective enhancements aimed at comfort and drivability. Power comes from a 326 cubic inch V8 rated at 255 horsepower, delivering smooth period-correct performance while suited to relaxed cruising and highway driving. The engine is paired with Dodge's distinctive push-button automatic transmission, a hallmark feature of late 1950s Mopars that adds both visual interest and nostalgic appeal to the driving experience. The car is described as running and driving exactly as it looks, reinforcing the impression of a mechanically sorted vehicle that does not simply present well cosmetically. A fresh Flowmaster dual exhaust system has been installed, giving the V8 a deeper, more authoritative sound while maintaining refinement appropriate to a classic full-size cruiser. Significant attention has been paid to comfort and control, making this Coronet far more usable than many stock examples from the era. Modern air conditioning has been added and is described as ice cold, a major upgrade that dramatically improves driving enjoyment, especially in warmer climates. Power steering allows for easy maneuvering despite the car's size, while power disc brakes represent a substantial safety and performance improvement over factory braking systems. These upgrades have been integrated in a way that complements the car's original character rather than overwhelming it, allowing the Coronet to retain its vintage feel while offering modern convenience. Inside, the car features a fresh deluxe interior that elevates the cabin to a level befitting a flagship late 1950s Dodge. The renewed interior presentation reinforces the vehicle's overall quality and readiness for show or regular enjoyment. With its combination of survivor quality, tasteful modern upgrades, strong mechanical condition, and iconic styling, this 1959 Dodge Coronet stands out as a turnkey classic that can be confidently driven, displayed, and enjoyed. Offered at a premium price point reflective of its condition and equipment, it represents an exceptional opportunity for someone seeking a distinctive fin-era Mopar that delivers both authenticity and modern comfort. Number 17. This 1967 Chevrolet Camaro, offered at $48,000 and located in Bullard, Texas, is presented as a fully sorted, high-quality first-generation Camaro that combines classic muscle car styling with modern performance, comfort, and reliability. Built as a finished car rather than a work in progress, this Camaro is described as exceptionally dependable and consistently well-received, regularly drawing attention and winning trophies at car shows. Its overall presentation reflects a carefully planned build that respects the iconic 1967 design while incorporating upgrades that make it far more enjoyable to drive in modern conditions. The result is a car that looks every bit the part of a vintage muscle car, but behaves like a refined, contemporary performance cruiser. Powering the Camaro is a 350 cubic inch V8 engine with approximately 200 miles since completion, paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission that also has roughly 200 miles of use. This low-mileage drivetrain suggests a fresh, tight mechanical setup with plenty of life ahead. The engine is equipped with a camshaft and a modern serpentine belt system, improving both performance and reliability compared to older V-belt arrangements. Exhaust is handled by Flowmaster mufflers with turndowns, delivering a deep, aggressive tone without excessive visual distraction. Together, these components create a drivetrain that offers strong performance, smooth operation, and confidence-inspiring reliability. The chassis and suspension have been comprehensively upgraded to match the car's power and presentation. A Hotchkiss suspension system with new leaf springs provides improved handling and ride quality, transforming the Camaro into a car that feels planted and responsive rather than loose or dated. Steering has been modernized with a power rack and pinion system, significantly improving steering precision and ease of use. Braking is handled by a four-wheel disc brake conversion, a major safety and performance upgrade that allows the car to stop as confidently as it accelerates. Boss wheels complete the stance, giving the car a muscular, modern look that complements its classic lines without appearing out of place. Inside, the Camaro continues the theme of blending classic style with modern amenities. A vintage air conditioning system has been installed, greatly enhancing comfort and making the car suitable for extended drives in warm weather. The interior also features a custom sound system and center console, adding convenience and refinement while maintaining a clean, cohesive appearance. All glass has been replaced with new pieces, improving clarity, sealing, and overall fit and finish. Taken as a whole, this 1967 Camaro represents a well-executed turnkey build that delivers show-winning appearance, modern drivability, and proven reliability, making it an excellent choice for an enthusiast who wants a classic Camaro that can be confidently driven, displayed, and enjoyed without compromise. Number 18. This 1966 Pontiac GTO, offered at $61,000 and located in Gilroy, California, is presented as a fully restored and carefully modernized example of one of the most important muscle cars in American automotive history. Finished in a striking red exterior that immediately commands attention, this GTO captures the timeless proportions and aggressive styling that defined the mid-1960s performance era. As a true coupe with seating for 5, it balances classic muscle car attitude with real-world usability, making it suitable for both spirited weekend drives and relaxed cruising. The seller emphasizes its clean title and road-ready condition, positioning the car as a high-quality finished build rather than a partial restoration or cosmetic refresh. Mechanically, this GTO has been significantly upgraded while still retaining its original Pontiac identity. Power comes from the original Pontiac engine, now enhanced with a modern fuel injection system that improves drivability, throttle response, and overall efficiency compared to a traditional carbureted setup. The distinctive 3-DEW-style fuel injection configuration delivers both visual impact and functional performance, blending vintage appearance with modern technology. The engine is paired with a 200R4 automatic transmission featuring overdrive, a major upgrade that allows for comfortable long-distance highway driving with reduced engine RPM, improved fuel economy, and less mechanical stress. This drivetrain combination transforms the GTO into a car that can be confidently driven far beyond local cruises. The chassis and braking systems have been upgraded to match the car's enhanced performance and drivability. A big Willwood brake conversion has been installed, providing modern high-performance stopping power that far exceeds original factory capabilities and significantly improves safety. The frame has been powder-coated, offering long-term protection against rust and corrosion while also reflecting the thoroughness of the restoration. This attention to the underpinnings demonstrates that the build was approached comprehensively, not just cosmetically, ensuring durability and confidence whether the car is driven aggressively or used for extended touring. Overall, this 1966 Pontiac GTO represents a thoughtful blend of classic muscle car character and modern refinement. Its complete restoration, combined with fuel injection, overdrive transmission, upgraded brakes, and a protected chassis, makes it a standout example for enthusiasts who want the iconic look and feel of a mid-1960s GTO without sacrificing comfort, reliability, or drivability. Located in Gilroy, California, and priced at a premium reflective of its condition and upgrades, this GTO offers a rare opportunity to own a legendary model that has been re-engineered to be enjoyed fully on today's roads, while still honoring its historic roots. Number 19. This 1966 Chevrolet Nova, offered at $59,999 and located in Gonzales, Louisiana, is presented as an exceptionally clean example that has undergone a comprehensive frame-off restoration with a strong emphasis on performance, engineering quality, and modern drivability. The seller notes that detailed documentation is included, with a folder containing records and information related to the build, reinforcing that this was a carefully planned and executed project rather than a cosmetic refresh. As a classic first-generation Nova, the car retains its compact, aggressive proportions while benefiting from a level of refinement and performance far beyond factory specifications. The overall presentation positions this Nova as a high-end finished street machine suitable for serious enthusiasts who value both craftsmanship and power. At the heart of the build is a formidable 434 cubic inch Shafarov crate engine, a well-known and respected power plant in the performance world. This engine is equipped with Dart Pro one-cylinder heads and was previously dyno tested at an impressive 609 horsepower with a single carburetor setup. It has since been upgraded to an Edelbrock dual carburetor intake configuration, adding visual impact and further enhancing the car's classic hot rod character while maintaining serious performance capability. This combination delivers massive power in a relatively lightweight chassis, resulting in a Nova that offers extreme acceleration potential while still being engineered for street use rather than drag-only duty. Supporting the engine is a thoroughly modernized chassis and suspension system designed to handle the substantial horsepower safely and effectively. The car features a complete Heights front and rear suspension setup with billet coilover shocks, significantly improving ride quality, handling precision, and adjustability compared to original components. An independent front suspension with power rack and pinion steering provides responsive modern steering feel, transforming how the car drives compared to a stock 1966 Nova. Braking has been fully upgraded with four-wheel disc brakes, ensuring confident stopping power to match the car's acceleration and reinforcing that this build was engineered as a balanced, high-performance package. Electrical and supporting systems have also been addressed to a high standard, with Ron Francis wiring installed to ensure reliability, cleanliness, and serviceability throughout the vehicle. This attention to detail behind the scenes is often what separates a truly well-built car from one that simply looks good on the surface. Taken as a whole, this 1966 Chevrolet Nova represents a no-compromise frame-off restoration that blends brutal horsepower, modern suspension and braking technology, and professional-level execution. Located in Gonzales, Louisiana, and offered at the upper end of the Nova market, it stands as a premium example for buyers seeking a classic Chevrolet that delivers modern performance, show-quality presentation, and documented build quality in one cohesive package. Number 20. This 1963 Chevrolet Corvair Monza Spider, offered at just $1,000 and located in Millsboro, Delaware, is presented as an affordable and increasingly rare early 1960s turbo-era Chevrolet project with significant upside for the right buyer. Priced as a need-gone sale, the car is positioned clearly as a quick transaction rather than a curated listing, making it an exceptional entry point into classic car ownership. As a Monza Spider convertible, this Corvair represents one of the most interesting and distinctive models in Chevrolet's early 1960s lineup. Combining compact proportions, rear-engine engineering, and sporty intent, the seller's straightforward description emphasizes value and potential rather than polish, setting realistic expectations while highlighting key positives already in place. One of the most notable advantages of this Corvair is the recent investment in major structural and cosmetic components. The car is equipped with a brand-new convertible top, a significant expense already handled, especially valuable for a convertible of this era where top replacement costs can quickly exceed the purchase price. Additionally, floor pan replacements have been completed, addressing one of the most common and labor-intensive rust issues associated with early Corvairs. These improvements suggest that the car has already passed through some of the most critical and costly stages of revival, leaving the next owner free to focus on mechanical sorting and final detailing rather than major metalwork. Mechanically, the car is described as having run when parked, though it will require resealing as the engine is currently leaking oil. This is presented honestly and without embellishment, framing the Corvair as a non-running or limited running project that will need attention before regular driving. Oil leaks are a known and manageable issue on Corvair engines, especially after long periods of inactivity, and addressing them can be part of a straightforward recommissioning process for an enthusiast familiar with air-cooled platforms. The seller's willingness to allow inspection reinforces the transparency of the listing and invites hands-on evaluation rather than speculation. Overall, This 1963 Chevrolet Corvair Monza Spider represents a rare opportunity to acquire a classic convertible with unique engineering and historical significance at a remarkably low price point. With a new convertible top, repaired floors, and a complete foundation already established, the car offers strong project value despite its current mechanical needs. The seller notes that delivery may be available within reason, further easing logistics for the buyer. For someone seeking an inexpensive, character-rich classic with real restoration potential and standout originality, this Corvair offers an unusually accessible starting point into early 1960s Chevrolet history. Thank you for watching this video featuring 20 cheap classic cars for sale from the marketplace. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Cheap Classic Cars for more great finds. And if you know someone who loves classic cars as much as you do, be sure to share this video with them, too. See you in the next video.